I've always suffered from painful periods. It was always just part of my life. I was always just led to believe that it's just part of being a woman. Just suck it up. Some people have more painful periods than others, and that was my story. And so you just kind of take some painkillers and have a day or two in bed, and you get through it, and then until the next month comes.
Quite often people will think about endometriosis is its painful periods, and yes, certainly that is the most common thing that you will experience, but it is often much, much broader than that.
Endometriosis affects women far beyond the physical symptoms of endometriosis, which is pain and heavy periods. Endometriosis is an all-consuming condition.
In my late 20s, the pain became more severe to the point of so painful that I was passing out. It happened a few times, and I went to my GP, and it wasn't clear that it was endo. It could have been IBS, and it just wasn't clear what it was.
Typical pain presentations we would see is pain with sex, or which we call dyspareunia, pain to use their bladder, so dysuria, pain to use their bowels, pain with their back. When they get their period, they quite often get back pain, and that chronic, ongoing, daily, regardless of menstruation type pain, or pain with ovulation. In the physio clinic, we're quite typically helping people with their body's response to pain and how to manage those symptoms.
Often when women come to see me in clinic, they have been living with the condition of endometriosis unanswered or unidentified for such a long period of time. And so when they come in to see me, they're looking at years of feeling in the dark about their condition, or their condition being normalised.
During the next few years after that, I started the brand. I was traveling a lot, and I never really prioritised the symptoms or do anything to sort of help the symptoms so much. I was kind of just living with it or coping with it.
I see people coming in who have the inability to work, needing time off work, losing their jobs, or losing the ability to get promoted because of their endometriosis. So when we look at that, we can see it's much more than just the lesions and managing the lesions. It's about managing someone's whole life experience when they live with endometriosis.
As a naturopath, I get to spend a fair amount of time in a consultation, and I'm diving deeper into that woman's background beyond the pain and the physical experience, and into their history and where that they've come from, the emotional toll that endometriosis has on them, the financial toll that it has on them, how their nervous system is dysregulated, and the multiple other conditions that these women are living with every day.
This is such a big thing about what women just deal with each day.
I think we can all say right at the moment, people in the endometriosis community are really struggling with trust and who to turn to and who can support them.
As time went on, I started delving into more natural therapies and alternate things and lifestyle changes that could help my situation, and it definitely made a difference. Stages of my cycle and living in with the flow of it, I still look back on that and go, how did I not know that stuff before?
I think it's such a shame that having endometriosis means that you suddenly need to advocate for yourself in a space that you may not necessarily know anything about.
If you suspect you have endo, or you're either newly diagnosed with endo, ideally you would find a compassionate gynecologist who can help you understand your treatment options and let you decide. And then looking at any kind of complementary therapy that can be helpful for you, which can include naturopathy, changes to your diet, someone who can help you with exercise, someone who can help you with the physical symptoms. Generally, a lot of my patients find psychology can be incredibly helpful to deal with the stress that's involved in trying to manage this condition, as well as live a fruitful life in the world.
If anything's to come out of our Womanhood campaign, it's just to spark just a handful of young women to go and get assessed, or some mothers to take their teens to go and get assessed and really push for something to get diagnosed.
Number one, when you're newly diagnosed or have endometriosis, is building a team. The second thing I would say is, when you're newly diagnosed, is helping your loved ones and people in your community understand what life can be like for you.
I think it's really important that women with endometriosis come back to their own intuition and don't minimise their experience and don't normalise it, because most often these experiences aren't normal. They may be common, but they're not normal. And so I think it's really important that women feel confident and safe in the practitioner that they're choosing, that their story is true and that they're believed.